Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Daily Sun. Do you have a story?
Yeah, so Nigeria has an ambitious goal, which is to grow its economy into 1 trillion by 2030, and it is facing renewed scrutiny as analysts are warning that the country's growth trade surplus may be masking deeper structural weaknesses. So the data from the Nigeria Bureau of Statistics currently says that we have a trade surplus of 5.17 trillion in the first quarter of 2025, which represents growth as compared to 2024. But the question from experts is that this development is supposed to signal strong positive contribution to the country's account, but it is not. It is not. And so they said there is this, that what we're trying to achieve would be seemingly achieved, but it will be achieved with import surge. Like we're going to be importing. So the economy would grow based on importation, but it is not growing based on the manufacturers. That because manufacturers' export has dropped sharply by 40% between the fourth quarter of 2024 and now. So we're seeing growth in the economy, but the real metrics to bring about the true economic the $1 trillion economy would not be dependent on imports if we want Nigeria to grow. So experts are saying that they are this is painting an incomplete picture of Nigeria's trade health. That we're not the headline is giving figures like we're good, but its underlying performance unveiling long-standing issues that is weakening non-oil exports and declining manufacturing of products within Nigeria. Growing our economy now seems to be more import dependent, and it is not long-term sustainable for us. So,
okay, moving on to the Nigerian Tribune. Benue crisis, Tinubu directs security chiefs to implement earlier directive. We talked about Dangote. Tinubu to declare open legislative dialogue on state police national security architecture. NEF fast-tracks acquisition of heightened, okay, there's 1Z helicopters. Which story are we taking in Tribune?
Tribune or Vanguard? Oh, you went to
okay,
Tribune.
Went to Tribune.
Yeah, that's fine. I have a
okay,
story. Let me just get it. So it's about what has been happening in Lagos State. So the Lagos State's Commissioner of Police, Olohundare Jimoh, has ordered an investigation into the role of the tactical team at Okokomaiko area of the state in the release of 6 suspected dreaded cult members. They said there was tension, gripping residents of Agric area of Ojo area following the release of the 6 dreaded Aiye cult group. They said they had released the cult members that were responsible for many of the armed robbery and cult killings in the community. The police team arrested the cult members and recovered arms and ammunition from them, but their release was now facilitated following a substitution of their earlier charges with a lenient 2-count charge. So according to a community leader who spoke, he says the tactical team has a lot of explanation to make, and they have put the lives of community leaders in danger now. That they advised the cult members to be begging, and now we're afraid that these boys may decide to attack us. So what happened initially was that after the tactical team had led the arrest and got these 6 cult members, they said many of them ran away, but they were able to catch the 6 that have been causing mayhem in the community. They arrested them, all of it, and then they asked them to write an apology to the community leaders and, stating all the things they've been doing and asking for forgiveness while they were waiting to go to court. Only for the tactical team to now go and change the statement, withdrawing the major one and just putting something that was lenient, and so they had released them. Community people are shouting that our lives are in danger. So the commissioner for police has ordered an investigation. They've transferred the head of the tactical team out so that they will have a clear investigation into why they had to release those people, and he's promising that he will make all the findings known to the public. Yes, they need to do it as fast as possible.
Really sad.
All right, Tribune? So yes, I have a story in Tribune. It's the economy. This is not good. Still following up on the other economy, but this one is about the eroded naira. Statistically, the report says that the Nigerian naira has lost its value dramatically. So we are experiencing it, but this is giving you statistics. That 65 years ago, 100 naira. What 100 naira could do, it could buy 20 bags of rice as at 1960. And today, 100 naira can barely buy 2 sachets of pure water. He said that what you can do with 100 naira in 1960 would require you to spend 1.1 million naira in the minimum to do right now. That the inflation, cost of living, that the quantity of goods, service that money can buy continues to fall, and that's the essence of what we see in Nigeria today. World Bank aggregated.
We don't know now.
No, but we didn't know that. Like what?
We already knew that.
1.4 million.
These guys.
And they said the most severe drop
was last year alone. Tell us what we don't already know. But this report is telling us what we Nigerians already know. And they say it's policy failure that is causing it. We don't know that. Do we not know that? Please, everyone should just go and sit down somewhere.
Oh yeah, give us the word that we don't know. Give us the story we don't know.
Okay, I think. Well, this one I think is, I'm not sure how effective it will be. So the president yesterday had declared a high-level legislative dialogue on Nigeria's insecurity and the architecture around it. He said the dialogue is going to be named Nigeria's Peace and Security. The Constitutional Imperatives is organized by a special ad hoc committee on the Constitution Review, chaired by Honorable Benjamin Kalu and others. They're going to have a meeting again to discuss and focus. The joint members of the committee, the idea really is to see what can be done to fix the security architecture we currently have. According to the dialogue, is a key part of the House's ongoing efforts to reform Nigeria's security and policing framework through constitutional amendment. He explained that the stakeholders are expected to deliberate on critical proposals, including bills seeking to establish state police and adjust the framework governing law enforcement in Nigeria. That's hopefully a step in the right direction. It's not the first time we're hearing state police conversations, but hopefully this would take us to something further. Okay, our final paper this morning is Vanguard. Let's find stories inside because everybody, Dangote has paid for the entire front page. So we can't find.
Is it Dangote?
It's Dangote now.
Let's see.
No, that's not that. It's both of them. Dangote is paying for small. Wike is paying for bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Dangote.
No,
it's Wike. I didn't know. Okay, let us find stories in Vanguard. Let's see. Quick one. Page 1, page 2, everything. Okay, we talked about Benue killings. Have we talked about Benue outrage as protesters block roads? APC Governors National Assembly Caucus wants retention of Tinubu Shetima ticket. NDLA, we talked about that already. Let's find the story. Not take high cost of POP materials brings wood ceiling back into the home decoration. That's your story. Surulere residents protest construction of cemetery in residential area.
Wow.
I have that story.
Okay. Wood ceiling is an interesting one, but it's just that we live in a hot place, so before catches the fire. But I have this Benue killing. So they say hundreds of youths in Benue State yesterday blocked major roads to protest the continuous attacks, killings, and displacement of people in the state by armed herders. They said, we remember that about 200 men, women, and children and internally displaced persons in Yelu, Wata, Guma local government area of Benue State were killed on Saturday.
A hot topic.
So the president, ordered security chiefs to fish out the perpetrators of the bloodletting in Benue State, describing the killing as inhuman and anti-progress. So the angry youths in their thousands took over the popular Wurukum roundabout in Makodi and called on the federal government to live up to its responsibility, which is to protect the citizens. The youths urged security agencies to double their efforts to ensure that all displaced people return to their ancestral homes and continue with their normal lives. You know, as Deputy Governor Dr. Sam Ode had come out to address them, it was, according to the papers, a VDM, very dark man who was there, was one of the people who were able to calm the youths and said they should hear the government and what they plan to do. I know it's going to be our hot topic today, but our lives
really sad story. Those pictures from VDM's post was very graphic. Very graphic.
Terrible.
I started my morning with the video. I felt
sent
really
chills
bad.
down my spine. Okay, let me take the Surulere story. So tension is brewing in the Surulere area of Lagos State as residents of Natufe, is that the right pronunciation? Natufe Estate and its environs defied the rains. And on Saturday to protest the alleged construction of a cemetery within their community. The protest took place in the large site of Babs Animashan Road in the Bode Thomas axis. Drew dozens of concerned homeowners, elders and families who claim that the project poses a direct threat to their health and environment. Chanting slogans like "No Cemetery in Natufe" and brandishing placards, and protesters stormed the construction site. An expansive plot bordered by homes, a school, and a church demanded an immediate halt to the project, which are described as illegal and life-threatening. That area, I've never heard of that area, but I think it's not to fail. I'm not sure how to pronounce it right, but that's in Surulere. They are planning to build a cemetery. And maybe like a vault. Maybe that's... Okay.
I want to take the story. Akoko Edo, constituent members of Akoko Edo have called on their senator, Adams Oshiomhole, former governor of Edo State, to let the development reach their own side. they said that the youth told Senator Oshomole that Akoko-Edo needs to feel the infrastructural development like he has done in the Esako axis. In their letter, they said they are seeing what is happening in Esako and they would like it to also happen in Akoko-Edo, that he's representing all the community and they maintain that they will not hesitate to swap him with 20 of their own politicians if Esako people will not release him to do Akoko-Edo work. I've reported on behalf of Akoko-Edo people.
All right, let's go on a very short break now. When we come back, we'll particularly like to hear from people living in that Benue State area, especially those of you that have heard stories or experienced some of the insecurities in that neighborhood. It would be good to hear your thoughts and hear your views on what government is doing to rectify the killings in that area. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.